All right. Hello, everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. With our first fighting type team in our third playthrough. Team's going to be, as you can see, Hariyama, Poliwrath, Primeape, and Heracross. So as we do on this first episode, let's take a look at our initial Pokemon here, and then we're going to read some Pokemon biologies. So we have Makuhita here, has Thick Fat for its ability, currently knows Tackle, Focus Energy, and Sand Attack. Makuhita is known as the Guts Pokemon. It stands 3 feet and 3 inches tall, or 1 meter, weighs 190.5 pounds, or 86.4 kilograms, and is the fluctuating leveling rate. Makuhita is a bipedal humanoid Pokemon with a bulky build. Most of its body is yellow, but it has black markings on its chest that extend around its neck. Around its round hands resemble black boxing gloves, but its feet are yellow with 2 visible toes. On its cheeks are red ring-shaped markings, and it has slit-like eyes. On top of its head is a knot, which causes it to resemble a punching bag. Makuhita is very gutsy and never gives up, no matter how many times it is knocked down. Energy is built into its body each time it rises back up. Broken trees often surround its nest because it trains by slapping and slamming into them. It is known to mistake Executor for a tree and often gets flung away as a result. This Pokemon eats lots of food and gets plenty of sleep. Its rigorous training and lifestyle give it a sturdy body, able to withstand any attack. It is found living and training in mountainous areas. Although initially brought from another region to Alola, Makuhita found in Alola are more famous than its region's counterparts. Makuhita and its evolved form Hariyama are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Spelling Salts by leveling up, which I don't think is in this game. And prior to Generation 5, Arm Thrust was one of its signature moves, which is the signature move we will have this game. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Makuhita, Fire Red and Leaf Green both say it grows stronger by enduring harsh training. It is a gutsy Pokemon that can withstand any attack. And next we have Poliwag, which has water absorbed for its ability, so changes water damage into HP. Currently knows Bubble. What do we know about Poliwag? So Poliwag is the Tadpole Pokemon. Stands 2 feet tall, or 0.6 meters, weighs 27.3 pounds, or 12.4 kilograms, and is a medium slow leveling rate. Poliwag is an amphibian Pokemon resembling a blue spherical tadpole. It has large eyes and pink lips that also act as suction cups for rocks. Its skin is very thin but flexible and difficult to puncture. There is a black and white swirl on its abdomen, which is actually its internal organs showing through its semi-transparent skin. The swirl is clearer following a meal and will have a white tinge if the Pokemon is affected by disease. The direction of the belly spiral differs by area. The equator is thought to have an effect on it. Poliwag has newly developed legs that are poor at walking and no arms. It has a long, thin tail surrounded by a light blue semi-transparent fin. Its tail makes it a powerful swimmer, and it loves to waddle on land despite the dangers. However, it will quickly return to the water should it see danger. It cannot walk on land unless trained every day. Because of its ineptitude on land, Poliwag is more likely to be found swimming in small freshwater ponds and lakes. As seen in Pokemon series episode The Sunspore Detour, Poliwag is shown feeding on Salveo weed, which can be found only on clear lake bottoms. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Poliwag, Fire Red's Pokedex says its slick black skin is thin and damp. Part of its internal organs can be seen through the skin as a spiral pattern. And Leaf Green says its newly grown legs prevent it from walking well. It appears to prefer swimming over walking. So we are happy to have it on the team. Followed by Mankey, who has Vital Spirit for its ability. No Scratch and Leer right now. Mankey, known as the Pig Monkey Pokemon, stands 1 foot 8 inches tall. So Poliwag's actually bigger than Mankey. Or 0.5 meters, weighs 61.7 pounds, or 28 kilograms, and is a medium fast leveling rate. Mankey is a small simian Pokemon similar to a New World monkey. It is bipedal and has a round body covered in whitish shaggy fur. Its nose is similar to a pig's snout, and it has narrow red eyes and triangular ears with brown insides. Mankey's 3-fingered hands, 2-toed feet, and the tip of its curved prehensile tail are brown. Mankey specializes in physical fighting and is very aggressive and short-tempered. When angry, it begins shaking and breathing, and its breathing turns rough. Its rage peaks quickly, preventing its victim from being able to flee, and it will rampage until it falls asleep, but its anger remains in its dreams. This causes it to wake up and become furious all over again. However, this constant release of stress grants it a long life. Mankey can be found in the mountains, where it lives in treetop colonies. If one becomes enraged, the whole colony rampages for no reason. If it loses sight of its colony, or if it is left alone to rage, its loneliness causes it to become infuriated. According to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team games, Mankey's preferred foods are chestnuts. However, Mankey usually lacks dexterity to peel them. It becomes agitated and rage after attempting to peel a chestnut spiky shell. Additionally, it appears to be fond of bananas, as seen in the Pokemon series episode Showdown at the Poke Corral. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, it is rare to find a Mankey sleeping without an angry look on its face. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Mankey. Fire Red says light and agile on its feet, and ferocious in temperament. When angered, it flies into an uncontrollable frenzy. And Leaf Green says extremely quick to anger. It could be docile one moment, then thrashing away the next instant. And our final Pokemon on the team is Heracross, who knows Swarm for its ability. Knows Tackle only right now, good stats being a single evolution. Heracross is known as the single horn Pokemon. It stands 4 feet and 11 inches tall, or 1.5 meters. And it weighs 119 pounds, or 54 kilograms. And it is a slow leveling rate Pokemon. Heracross is a bipedal Clopteran insectoid Pokemon covered in a blue exoskeleton as hard as steel. There is a long pronged horn on its forehead. The horn ends in a cross on males and a heart shape on females. On either side of its horn is a short antenna with a spherical tip. Heracross has oval yellow eyes. Its forearms have a pair of spikes near the wrist, while its thighs have a single spike each. It has 2 claws on its hands and a single long claw on each foot. There is a single pair of wings covered by elytra, which can be seen during its release from a Pokeball in the 3D games. Heracross's claws allow it to dig into the ground for sturdy footing and allow it to climb trees. Heracross possesses a very high physical strength, but its flying capabilities are less impressive. It can use its horn to throw opponents or to compete for food, and it can lift and throw objects 100 times its own weight. Heracross uses its 2 antennas to search for food by scent, and is especially fond of tree sap. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Heracross is known to occasionally sleep while licking the sap it finds. This occurs as it can become exhausted from a potentially difficult search for sweet sap. It makes its habitat in boreal, temperate, and tropical forest. In Generation 2, Mega Horn was its signature move. As seen in the Pokemon series episode A Sappy Ending, Heracross has been known to compete with Pokemon such as Pinsir for food. The same episode also shows Heracross allowing Butterfree to feed on tree sap after Heracross has finished its meal. In addition, it is known to suck sap from grass Pokemon such as Bulbasaur and Alola. Heracross get along better with Pinsir, and they both have rivalries with Vikavolt. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Heracross. Fire Red says usually docile, but if disturbed while sipping honey, it chases off the intruder with its horn. And Leaf Green says this powerful Pokemon thrusts its prize Pinsir under its enemy's belly and then lifts and throws them. And again, we are happy to have it. So let's get a moving. Sorry, trying to get my tracker set up here. There we go. Alright, so we need to get the team up to probably level 9 on this team. I think we did 8 in the past, but our rival does have a Pidgey that knows Gust, I do believe, when we fight it. And that could be dangerous. I'm pretty sure it knows Gust. Let's double check, I guess. Yeah, it knows Gust. Okay. So Makuhita, we ideally want HP and oh my god, Pikachu, what a butt. HP and defense, I do believe. And so we're looking for any Cocoon Pokemon and Caterpies, and not Pikachus that are going to Thunder Shock us twice and take away almost all of our HP. Yeah, 50% crit chance, my butt. Oh, get out of here, Weedle. Okay, what's the point of using Focus Energy if we're never going to crit it? Oh, well, there goes Makuhita. Let's use Poliwag for a bit. Poliwag, being faster, can run away easier. Good thing those Pikachus are letting us go. Alright, let's keep knocking through these Caterpies. There's 8 on that. Remember, our target for Brock is level 14. Pretty sure. Oh no. Well, I could run out of Hypnosis and then struggle it, I guess. It's like all we need to get up to level 9. Alright. So let's keep working on Makuhita. Oh, come on. Oh, that's just annoying. Oh, Pikachu, go away. Like I said, we're having issues running from stuff with Makuhita, all because of his speed. Quick crit. Wouldn't be such an issue if we just, you know, didn't need to level up. I'm just trying to get on with actual stuff. Alright. Ooh, we got Horn Attack. Very nice. Let's swap that up. I forget that Heracross learns that so quickly. Alright, we're really just looking for Mankeys here. I don't care about speed on my Heracross. I want the attack stat. Ooh, barely hanging on. Now, our Mankey, on the other hand, we will let that fight speed and attack. That was not a smart choice on my part to let it fight that Spearow. Something, flying type, super effective against fighting type, something. We got low kick, excellent. That's gonna make Brock super easy. That's right, start kicking everything, Mankey. Low kick has a chance to flinch, I do believe. Alright, hopefully on this go around, I think we can get both of them up to level 9. No, just Mankeys. Now, I'm not sure how many trainers we'll have to skip with a team of 4. This is our first team of 4. We do still have a slow leveling rate Pokemon on it, but our other teams both had 5 Pokemon, and I feel that we needed to fight a lot of the trainers. So we're just going to have to see how the experience looks. Getting there, Heracross, getting there. One more Mankey. Alright, let's go heal and then go beat up on our rival. Ideally, I want Mankey to be able to take it on. I don't know if it's going to be able to take out the Pidgey, but we'll try at least. We have named ourselves Rocky again, like Rocky Balboa. Our rival is Ivan, the Russian boxer. Killed the Palo. Alright, let's see what we can do. Not the best damage with that low kick. A bit more with the scratch. Stop with the sand attacks. Good. One more, Mankey. You can do it. No, he can't. But it was worth a try, I guess. Alright, Poliwag's got this Charmander. Super easy on lockdown. Very nice. Now don't forget, Poliwag also has Water Absorb for ability, and that's not going to come into handy now, but it will against like Misty and Lorelei and any other water type trainers we come across. Get him, Mankey. Caterpie, let's let that get on Poliwag for right now. Well, apart from just the fighting type moves we'll have, Poliwag's just got Bubble, which is also going to just walk through Brock. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Not that we would have took it right down right now anyways. Just keep Mankey out for the Weedles and the speed and all that jazz. Ah, butts. Alright, start tackling the Kakuna. So evolution-wise, I think our first evolution is Makuhita and Hariyama. And that occurs right before we fight Surge. And then we'll get Poliwag in the Poliwhirl and Mankey in the Primate. And then before we face Koga and Sabrina, because I think we wait until we learn what Belly Drum and Body Slam on Poliwhirl, we'll then get our Poliwrath. Hey, there's Arm Thrust. Cool. Let's keep Makuhita out. I would use Arm Thrust, but bug Pokemon are resistant to fighting type attacks. Alright, let's get Heracross in on this next fight. Speed walk through here. We have no running shoes. Alright, so beat up on this Caterpie. So Makuhita's leveling rate, with it being, what was it, fluctuating or whatever it is, I think it goes really fast at first, and then slows down at higher levels, which is absolutely fine. What issues are we gonna run into with this team? Like our weaknesses are flying and psychic. Sabrina's gonna be a pain. Every once in a while we come across a trainer with flying Pokemon. But they're not like all over the place. Alright, well, we are here in Pewter City. And so I will then off screen get the team up to level 14, and then we'll be back next week with more Pokemon. We do hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you all next time.